Well, hello. Hey, what is that? Hey, I think there's a line in a song about days like today. Something about in the summertime when the weather is fine, you got women on your mind. Hey, gorgeous day. I guess that means girl watching season's officially opened. Holy Toledo, man, oh man, oh man. I don't know, 75, 80. Gorgeous day. GMO Tuesday. Can't beat it, can we? Can't beat it. GMO Tuesday. Brought to you by, you got it, Foothill Feed and Mercantile. You got, that is non-GMO foods, organic certified pet feed for the chicks, the chickens, eating them eggs. Don't want funky eggs. You don't want eggs coming out of there with three things looking at you. That's what I'm talking about. Organic feed for your critters that are producing. Are you training a pig? You got a little pig. You're gonna have him hold an apple in his mouth. She got food for them too. She got food for them too, ladies and gentlemen. Foothill Feed Mercantile at 1330 Geiger grade. 852-775-852-0999, I believe it is. Yes, indeed. We will get to that. GMO Tuesday. Hey, a lot of questions came in to me about what I was saying on the Monsanto case, that you just can't give two sentences. And I appreciate everybody who sent questions. And before I go any further, Thomas Baldwin sent some information. Thomas, I have not. I apologize. I've gotten real busy this week, and I can't do much. When I start doing something, I die right now with this thing. But I have not forgotten about that, and I will be looking at that later today because I'm done for the day. We're done here. Aladay LLC. It is live. We are at the fabulous Wynema Ranch. I don't know if you can see that guy over my shoulder here. Let me see here, man. Let's do this here. Where is he? Is that a horse's butt there? Can you see the horse right there? Well, he's there, I promise. Bunny's over here somewhere too. Hey, Bunny, where are you, man? Anyways, we are at the fabulous Wynema Ranch, ladies and gentlemen. It is a gorgeous day to be talking about our food and some of the bad things, good things, whatever. Before I get it go any further, Lake Tahoe Markets, and make sure you check the description, ladies and gentlemen. I will have links to all the stuff we're talking about, and the email address, and how you can make donations to whomever you would like to make donations to, whether the Wynema Ranch, Lake Tahoe Markets or Farmers Markets. May 24th, I believe it is. I got a thing from them. Let me see here. Incline Village. Every Wednesday, starting the 24th, Kingsbury Grade. I think that's tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow. Kale Community Park on Kingsbury Grade there, 236 Kingsbury Grade. And I think there's another one over at Incline Village, Thursdays. That would be Thursdays, starting this week, 4 to 7, 845 Alder Library parking lot. You got farmers market information? Touch base with me, Steve did. Now you know about Lake Tahoe Markets. And while you're at Lake Tahoe, stop and smell the roses, whatever you do. That's good air and a good clean water there. And I'll bet that lake is really full. Boy, I'll bet that lake is great for doing some swimming in, man. Awesome lake. It really is. Lake Tahoe's Farmers Markets. Hey, Moms Across America is reporting. Moms Across America, that would be Zen Honeycutt, that little cutie pie down there in Southern California. $136 million. CalPERS. CalPERS, is that your retirement fund? Huh? $136 million. Pension funds. CalPERS, as you got a pension, there are a lot of people in California, eh? A lot of people. $136 million is invested into Monsanto. Of your pension money, if you're a member of CalPERS, you might want to touch base. I'll have her link in the thing there, Zen Honeycutt. We'll have a link in the thing about this. But and also on May 31st, micronutrients. Dr. Mark Pettis is going to talk about micronutrients, kind of a free webinar, 11 to 12, May 31st. So check out Zen Honeycutt. Check out what they're talking about. If you're in California, you want your money with Monsanto? I don't know. Let me see here. There is also a petition going around about Home Depot and Lowe's. And I gotta, you know what? Because they're kind of riding on the coattails of Roundup, they're saying, Roundup for your lawn, Roundup for your lawn. Hey, and everybody thinks we're glyphosate the lawn. First thing I thought was, wait a minute, Roundup for the lawn? When did we get lawn? That was glyphosate tolerant. It says something is just as bad as dicamba. Dicamba. You know, I mean, come on. That just makes you want to do a little jiggy-wiggy dance, doesn't it? Dicamba on my lawn that my children and the aminals are going to roll in and play in and drag in your house and get all in the air filtration system and oh, good googly wooglies. I know I'm a conspiracy theorist, right? Right. But there is a petition. I believe it deals with Scott's weed and feed. It really is not Roundup. That was also one of the questions that came in. The question about Monsanto, and of course, remember, Monsanto cried foul when they said, no, that's the only part of the email that is pertinent. You don't get to see the rest of the email. It's not important. Poppycock, I said. And many people ask me why. In law, there is a doctrine called the rule of completeness. You can't just put two sentences out of something in without that whole document being, that whole document is eligible for review in discovery because they put the two sentences in there, not because somebody made a telephone call and said, hey, I have, and this is what's going on in our Congress right now, hey, here's a couple sentences out of a memo that this other guy wrote. It's not my memo, it's somebody else's memo. I'll read you a couple lines out of it for your story, and you have a front page story. So the newspaper prints a story, but where's the document? And that's what's going on. They want to see the document because they want to see the document in its entirety, not just one sentence, not just, I think he was trying to do this, or I think they want to see the whole document. That's what the court has ruled on Monsanto. Of course, 800 cases right now, 800 lawsuits. Glyphosate. Speaking of illegalities, mysteriously, just like the frickin' wheat that was still contained in the box, mysteriously started growing in Montana. Perfectly planted rows. Hey, perfectly planted rows. I think the people at Monsanto, I don't know, maybe not. And Oregon. How did I forget Oregon? I'm sorry, Oregon. Sorry, Ducks. Didn't mean it. But in Oregon, too, perfect planted rows of wheat that was never supposed to be out of the banging house or whatever the heck it is, the testing room. It's out there growing in perfect rows. Now, the farmers say they don't know how it got there. Poppycock. It didn't just miraculously sprout up out of nowhere. There's only one immaculate conception ever recorded in the history and the annals of time, and it damn sure wasn't in a wheat field. Perfectly planted rows. Perfectly planted rows. Bolivia, ladies and gentlemen, we got the maize, we got the corn. They're polluting the corn. They're going to try to get rid of the Bolivians, maybe. I don't know. But Bolivia, that is GM Watch is reporting that, ladies and gentlemen. Illegal GMO maize has been found growing in Bolivia. Again, we don't know how it got there. I don't know. Hey, Organic Farming Research Foundation, ladies and gentlemen, they're on their fundraising drive. If you can donate, link in the description. From the European Union, people have petitioned the European Union about renewing the permits because they say that The European Chemical Something Association, the ECHA, serves the interest of Monsanto's taxpayer funds are used to shield Monsanto and companies from liability and obstruction. And again, ladies and gentlemen, let's tap into that for just a minute. GMO technology's been that we kind of, sort of know out in the free range since, oh gosh, I think the Dan I can't spell potato quail said we have accepted a new policy from the EPA, the FDA, the USDA. Michael Taylor wrote us a policy. It is a fantastic policy, ladies and gentlemen. Don't you worry about a thing. Don't worry. Step right up. Get your ticket. This is an e-ride because everything here is substantially equivalent. It is all substantially equivalent. My swing right here, when you get up, you'll feel like you're on the Matterhorn. E-ticket, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Substantially equivalent. We were given, and oh, by the way, there was never a test to even say. There was never even a test done that anybody knew except the people that knew it was not stamped substantially equivalent, and that is Monsanto. That is Monsanto. Ladies and gentlemen, we just had orca whale. Moment of silence for the orca pod. Jennifer, they named this fish. For crying out loud, they named the animal. It's dead. Why? PCBs. Monsanto's. But they're okay. The fish. The bald eagles. The land, the water. How much are we the people? I'm addressing every Joe Schmo out there right now. Every one of you people that go to work, you make money, you earn money to put food on the table for your kids, give them a good life, you pay your taxes, you could give a damn about what the bozo Democrats are complaining about the Russians and you just go to work. You buy food. You do all this stuff. Those are the people I'm talking to. We, the people. Don't you think it's time we say, hey, enough is enough? Get out of Washington. Monsanto's in the swamp, in my humble opinion. Monsanto is in the swamp. Needs to be drained. I'm going to bounce a name off you, Dr. George Levinskas. George Levinskas. Why is his name coming up 30 years later? 50 years ago. Wait a minute. In the 70s, that would be what, 40 years, 45 years ago. He said PCPs were okay. He buried evidence on PCPs that just killed the orca whale. Guess what else he's doing? He's burying the cancer evidence. Burying the cancer evidence on what? Oh, oops, clumsy me, glyphosate. I don't get it. How does a guy, when is enough, ladies and gentlemen? This is my message today. When is enough? We need to start holding politicians accountable. If 90%, I want everybody to think about something for just 1 minute. If 90% of Americans, we are American, are we not? Are we not American? There we go, ladies and gentlemen, right there. We are Americans. Now, I ask you, there's 350 million of us. If it's 90% of us that want food labeling, because we haven't got it yet. We got some QR code that takes us to some magical Lucky Charms fantasy propaganda website, is what it does. It's not telling me what's in the food. If 90% of us truly want food labeling, that is 315 million people. Do you think that if just 10% of the 315 million people, that would be 31.5 million people. Do you think if we all at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time tomorrow morning all sent the same tweet to President Donald J. Trump that we couldn't crash Twitter and get some attention? Hello? And guess what? it's only going to cost us 30 seconds out of our life, and we'll get a good kick out of it when we're done. Think about it. Just think about it. It's not passive resistance. It's telling them what we want. We got a president that's saying, hey, I'm going to represent my American citizens. These are my citizens. I represent them. They elected me to do a job. Then let's tell them, hey, this is what we need, boss. Screw Congress. We don't need to talk to them no more. He's talking to us on Twitter. We can go straight to him. We can go straight to him. My phone. Oh, my goodness. I just got a high temperature warning. I guess I can't sit in the sun, can I? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, George, that's right, George, Dr. George Levinskis, he was directly responsible in the 70s for burying the cancer studies and the cancer information on PCBs. And of course, we know the PCBs, the DDT and the PCBs, they did the fish in the rivers and the salmon and now they want to give us GMO salmon. I want you guys to think. I want everybody to stop and ask a question, okay? Because we have a whole generation of people that have been educated with Monsanto science. Poppycock science is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. Let's see if we can put him right here. But they've been educated to think that GMO agriculture and agrochemical is mandatory because we're going to run out of food to feed all the hungry children of the world that are still starving because they haven't been fed yet. I'm still wondering about that 30 years later. 30 years later, there's still hungry kids in the world. What's really going on there? I see a lot of graft with Monsanto. A lot of graft. But we have a whole generation that is in Cornell University. Cornell University is coming under fire. Their subject matter curriculum is in question. They're teaching it in grade schools. We're going to have all these people in the world because we're going to outbreed our food, so we got to have GMO foods. It's the right thing to do. It's humane. It's not humane. You're feeding them poison. How is it humane? Look, this might be one of the meanest things some of you will ever hear in your life. If you outbreed the food supply, there's casualties. There's consequences, kind of like an election. Hello? We have fed ourselves for millions of years without chemicals. It's only been about the last 80 that they've been using them in agriculture. The last 115 now, 116 or so, that they've been in our food. We don't need chemicals in our food. We don't need chemicals in our food. So, the court docs are showing that the Monsanto manager 30 years ago was Dr. George Levinskis. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the same guy. The same person. How can any court allow him to even open his mouth? How does Monsanto use this? How does he use the same guy? There cannot be any credibility in a word that guy says. None. Zip, zippo, boom, boom. How is he able to bury cancer reports on glyphosate? I don't get it. I would think it was a crime. Now he's killed orca. He's responsible. Dr. George Levinskis. He's the one bearing the information so the agencies, the EPA, the FDA, the USDA, can make a proper determination. It's him. He killed orca. What's her name? Elizabeth? Jennifer? He killed orca. He's a murderer and an orca murderer. That's what he is. And Monsanto's complicit because they allow him to work after he got caught lying 30 some odd years ago. That's the kind of company they are. Wake up. Hello. Hello. Oh, there he is, right over there. Check this out, man. Look who's in the backyard. Oh, he just stopped by to take a dump. That's right. It's called the Eat and Feed program. He comes back here and eats grass and stuff, but before he leaves, he's got to feed it. So that's what he's taking care of business right there, man. But Sustainable Pulse is reporting on the orcapod. It's in critical condition. So let's hope that let's hope it gets better for that orcapod, because there's not many left. That's a pretty good deal there, ladies and gentlemen. The rule of completeness, Monsanto, they're just getting pegged everywhere. They're getting pegged. There has to be some realization out there in these threads, and I see none. And I am just baffled that in light of court documents, ladies and gentlemen, court documents that say the emails, all this kind of stuff, and guess what? People in the thread still want to say that you're a liar. The other day I was asked a question. Now that these court documents are starting to surface, do you feel vindicated? Because I've been saying for a long time what's going on, that they were manufacturing their own science, they were writing their own papers, that some of these agencies were fake, etc., etc. I've been saying since 2004 that I know of, Monsanto has purchased everything they've done. They have not created anything. They've just purchased everything, because there's really no science behind anything they've done since George Herbert Walker Bush took a tour. Since then, they've kind of had free reign on our food supply. And I mean serious free reign. There's rumors, there's reports that somewhere Bush has said, God, if they ever knew what I did. He mumbled something. I don't know. I've been looking to try to confirm that, but I've never actually seen him say that like he did on the Monsanto tape. Call me, we're in the dereg business. I want to see the words come out of his mouth. I want to see his lips move when he's talking. That's what I'm talking about, because I can't say that is true. And people have asked about that. I don't know. I do not know, honestly, don't know if he ever said that. I have no information that says he did. What I do have is a lot of court documents that I've reviewed to see that Monsanto not only is manipulating our agencies, they're manipulating our education system, they're buying politicians. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about something for just a minute. Monsanto is located in Missouri. Okay? Why would they give $10,000 to Debbie, $15,000 to Debbie Stabenow in Michigan? She's not their state senator. I think that's called graft. And if I'm not mistaken, it's a crime. We, the people, need to start saying something. We need to start saying something. And what I do every day, ladies and gentlemen, the United States of America, the EPA, the FDA, the USDA, please get the poison out of our food. Find me on Twitter at aladayllc. That's where I am. That's where I'll be. Find me on Twitter. We'll talk to the president. And I'm telling you right now, if we start pushing this, and please don't just like the tweet, retweet it, because that's when you start tripping serious algorithms, and that's where we all end up on Tucker Carlson with what poison's in our food, and then we can tell them. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're having a great day. Bunny's down here. Let's go see if Bunny will come say hello to us before we get out of here, and see what's going on. Okay, let's go down here and see. I forget what this brown and white guy, that's a mule, actually. Hey, Bunny, you're on TV? Come on. Bunny, what are you doing there, Bunny, huh? She's eating all that green grass. This is a great time of year for the critters. All the grass is everywhere. Everywhere, all the grass is. Hey, Foothill Feed and Mercantile, 775-852-0999, 1330 Geiger grade. That's 1330 Geiger grade for your non-GMO and organic pet feeds. What's the other one? Oh, MDG Blogger. MDG Blogger. She had some pretty cool stuff on her site the other day. I haven't had a chance to check what she's got up today, but I saw her I saw she was putting some stuff up on Twitter this morning. MDG Blogger from the Keystone State. MDG Blogger, organic for green livings. Good stuff, Maynard. Good stuff. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, time for me to get out of here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, man. Oh man, yeah. Gorgeous day. I hope you're having a great day, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a good time, huh? Let's all be safe out there.